I've packed my essential clothes. I don't know what to do with these. This was Yuri's best suit. Maybe when Kochi grows up, it'll fit him. That's a long time away, though. My island dress. I made this for our trip to the islands, the trip we never took. It was based on a photo of a seaside Azan dance. The hours I spent on this. These are some of Yuri's clothes from when he was a kid. I thought Kochi could wear them, but he says they're itchy. So what's the use? But to throw them away, he was a little boy. He would put these clothes and go to school. He grew up. Oh, God, this is... I mean... This hurts a little. Okay. Yes, of course we'll bring this. I should bring anything that helps Kochi remember his dad. Let's see how this is going so far. We'll remember Yuri's dream of going to the islands. Kochi will be so proud to wear this suit someday. I'll remember how Yuri saw himself. I think we're almost there. Let's just look a little more. I went through all our old photos, trying to see what I might be forgetting. I love that view. Have you been up there, by the entrance to the shrine? The entrance is bigger than the shrine itself. Just across the river and up the hill. It's worth visiting. The doors to the shrine open when the sun goes down. The monk is still in there. I hope he'll evacuate. That's Matiora. She lives east of here, out in the woods by the river. She said she'll evacuate, but she's still here. It makes me nervous, but I can't complain. We're still here, too. That's Kochi. He was such an easy kid back then. He used to talk more, used to make up stories. I really hope the city has kids his age. It was already a small world when it was the three of us. Now he spends so much time alone. The past is such a heavy dream. And I never remember my dreams. But when I wake up, there's a cloud of feelings the dream left behind. Then the day begins. I move around, and that trace disappears. I wonder if our memories of the valley will drift away like that. Enough of these old photos. We still have work to do. My husband built these tools to study the valley. They were his life's work, and they took his life away, too. So what do I do with them? You can't buy tools like these. He made them. My husband didn't insult God, but maybe he stepped on his toe. And his life went out of him. There's the skin of our body that keeps us together, but there's also the skin of our minds. The skin of your mind can pop like a bubble. And everything that makes you yourself will come pouring out. And the earth will devour it eagerly. The way wind fills a vacuum. They might be incredibly valuable to a scientist on the other side of the world. I don't know. I also hate them. I get you're a curious soul, but I forbid you from using them. I don't care, but he did. He gave his life trying to understand this world. I can't keep these tools, and I can't throw them away. There's even more of them, bigger ones, out at his work shed. Okay, I'm gonna turn away now. I want you to take them or throw them away. I don't want to know. All right, this is it. Oh! I killed him. The demon of shame and mourning. What was I thinking bringing it along? What an awful tradition. Kochi, do you still want to take a final tour of the valley? Let's get those wheels back where they belong. I know what I'll carry with me. It's something I couldn't leave behind if I tried. It couldn't be crushed like the demon. It's too many layers deep. I'll carry the part of me that's gone, that's missing. But there's so much life left that flowers grow along its edges. Something like that. I'm glad you came to Tiang Valley today. Thank you for being there for me. I didn't realize how much I needed a stranger's ear. Now, there's no rush, but as you try to wrap your mind around this place, feel free to come ask me questions. I'll be right here until night comes.
Night has fallen. The doors to the shrine must be open now.
Do you want to go on a sightseeing tour? The next tour leaves in, well, now basically. Saying goodbye is like when you empty your pockets before going to bed. You get to see what you picked up. The things I picked up need somewhere to sleep. Follow me. This is my tree. Since we can't bring it to the city, I don't care what we bring. I love the tree, and Dad cured it. That's what he did. All this purple stuff in the valley that makes you feel funny. See? This used to be purple and dangerous. Dad made the dangerous part go away. He wanted to make it so all the purple rocks were safe and green. I know there are plants underwater. Can a tree become an underwater tree? This one can't die. It's been through too much. Let's go. Let's go. We had a picnic here a long time ago. I can't remember it, but I've seen an old picture. Can you take a new picture? And I'll sit like Dad does in the old one I saw.
He is a great kid.
Mom disappeared one time. Took me a while to find her. She was sitting right here, and she was sad. I got one of her tears on my finger, like a little bug, and I flicked it into the water. And I said, flow, 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 until it didn't sound like a word anymore. It made her feel better. Now I say it. I say it when everything is moving, but we don't want to move. Come on. Let's go. His name is Frenay. I asked him how he ended up sleeping here. Frenay said they were in the valley because they were so hungry. And then there was light everywhere. And they fell asleep forever. They should be old men now. But they couldn't get older if they tried. One time I saw the monk out here cleaning them. It was so funny. He looked like he hated doing it. I'm not supposed to touch the soldiers. But I let Frenay borrow my pig. I need it back now. Let's go. Let's go. I wanted to see the water come up from here. To see it crash. I thought the flood would clean everything. But Mom said a flood is dirty. That makes no sense. I asked if we could stay and watch, but Mom said we need to get a ride to the city. our house. You're good. Come on. Let's go. Mom wasn't there when he passed away. I was there. Dad had his eyes closed, but he was making a face, like he could see something. So I asked him what he was looking at. He said he was looking at me, and I was all grown up. He saw me climbing up a hill in the sun. Then he said his memories were falling to the soil and he had to go with them. He didn't want to go, but he had to. He squeezed my hand and it hurt, but I didn't mind. Can we wait here a while? Just to see if something will happen?
I met a boy who lost his father just like I did. It's something I don't talk about much, but I did to him. I've been recording everything for you, but this feels private. I'm not sure if I want to share this with the future. I was about your age when I lost my dad. Growing up, everyone said I took after him. I didn't know what it meant exactly, but I felt proud. He fell while climbing a mountain. The other climbers looked for him. He really tried. A friend of his almost fell, maybe in the same spot. The search was called off. But my search kept going. I couldn't understand where he went. Every morning when I woke up, I thought he'd be back. Couldn't he come back just as easily as he disappeared? I was embarrassed to look for him, but I did, secretly. I thought about impossibly small places, like in the air of my breath or in the silence between heartbeats. It was silly. I felt silly. At the same time, I was growing up. I was changing all the time. Every night I would go to sleep and wake up a little different than the day before. And I realized my dad had gone to a place where you don't sleep and don't wake up, where you never change. They must be waiting for us there, in the place we all were before our memories began.
You're still here. The tour is over. That's your prize, okay? I have to go home now. I'll see you someday later today.
Kochi collected objects around the valley and laid them to rest at his father's grave. I've collected memories. Where will they be laid to rest? The museum vault? I knew once I went into the shrine my time to explore the valley was over. In the heart of the shrine, the void sits alone. It has wheels, but it looks like a house.
Ah, who are you? What are you doing here? I hope this isn't your first day on the job. There isn't much season left to record. What's that? Around your neck? That's a pendant. You're wearing a pendant. My God, I've read about those. A pendant to burner, 5 memories, 1 for each sense. Who did you make the pendant with? And who lost the memories, you or her? I see. And what was something you burned? You burned your poor old friend. I have one of those around here somewhere. Interesting ritual. Similar to what we do here, but different. Yeah, why do I? Your mind will make it into the next season intact. You're protected by 5 senses, 5 lost memories. What about everyone else? You ever think about that? Well, I don't need one. I'll be right here until the flood takes me. The first days of a new season are just so damn hopeful. Feeling that kind of hope again would kill me. I'd rather drown. Of course, of course. Few things are as painful. I told you I read about them. Look at you, protected. The rest of the world is not so lucky. Me, the people you've met on your way here, nobody else is protected. You think everyone makes it into a new season intact? Tell that to the boys face down in the parking lot. You know things are about to change. I can tell. A collective pendant. to protect a group instead of one person. You're welcome to try. My memories are all over the shrine. You can have them, destroy them, whatever you want. Asking an old monk to invent a new ritual. Let me die in peace. That fruit is an acquired taste, but go ahead, taste it for your, what did you call it? Collective pendant? Do you like the taste? Really? Ah, something about stealing fruit. Being young, stealing fruit, something like that. Is that enough of a memory? I guess I won't forget it now. I'll forget it when the flood comes. Oh, that smell. The matisma mushroom. The woman who took care of me used to bring them home. They're very hard to find, but she taught me how. Someone must have taught her. Or she taught herself. I wish I had thought to ask her while she was alive.
An old monk surrounded by his memories. Is this a shrine to a god? Or is it a shrine to his past?
I remember seeing lights like these in the forest one night. It was Manchez, the famous singer. The only time I ever got to see him sing. But my eyes were on the crowd. Seeing their faces in electric light, the joy of it. I grew up in a time when we thought our lives could be connected by electricity. How could we hate each other when we all love the same person? He dies, the war starts, a season ends. That old doll. What is that? Touch? Everybody had that doll. A tourist left that behind. A little kid. I don't know why I kept it. I knew she'd never come back. If she's alive, that kid is older than you now. Maybe they remember this doll, maybe not. But the life the kid imagined in this piece of fabric, I can still feel it. Keeping it around and in one piece, it's like I'm keeping something alive. In the loneliness of a season, no visitors and nothing to pray for. That meant something. Maybe it helped me survive. Would I admit this if I wasn't going to drown tomorrow? No, of course not. We used to play this at breakfast. When I was little, Sonia would cook, and I'd dance around. When I was older, I'd cook, and she'd sit and try to sway to the beat. It was hard. She had trouble moving after the big prayer. I can hear her foot tapping. Do you hear it? That's 5. 5 memories, 5 senses. My name is Easel. I was the last monk of Tiang Valley. I never finished my exams to be a monk, but I'm the only one left. I took becoming a monk for granted because I grew up around them. If you're including a ruin like me, you must be serious about recording this season. What will you write about me? That's true, but I was once a scared little boy. I was orphaned by the war. The monks found me on the coast, wandering alone, shell-shocked. Sonia, the head monk, took care of me. I saw things I shouldn't have. She helped me erase those memories. If I had any memories of my family, I lost them too. But at least I didn't wake up screaming anymore. I was so afraid of accidentally calling her Mom. She was the head monk. Even before she ended the war, Sonia was an imposing figure. I slept, I forgot, and I grew. The soldiers came to the valley. Sonia hated the war for taking my family like it took so many others. The most powerful prayers are always made out of desperation. She figured out how to amplify our sleep prayer. A prayer that could end a season. No one had ever done anything like that. She sent me to the coast to turn on the light posts, to signal that the season would end soon. I used to go to the light posts alone, just to dream about another season, to dream about being born in another season, to die in another season, to imagine a life where I wasn't afraid to have hope. I'd like you to have one of these photos, to carry it with you to wherever you're going. These lights out on the coast, it's a solemn task to turn them on. And it's not too late. They've shut off the power. Won't be long now. Imagine the waves rolling in here. The water so deep that light won't reach us. I should pray one last time. We should both pray. Right now. Your pendant. The sacrifice your mother made to keep you safe. It might be possible to pass on this blessing, to divide its power among the people you've met on your journey. To shepherd them into the next season. For a truly strong player, we would need to use up the power of your pendant. I'm not sure it would work. It's never been done before. But I know it would weaken your pendant. In that case, nobody would be protected. Before you light the candle, I want you to think hard about if you want to do this. Do you want to pass on this blessing and leave yourself vulnerable? Or will you continue your role as a vessel of memory? I feel the choice, don't speak it aloud, no need. It puts my mind at ease knowing you will be safe. You'll witness much more across seasons. We will leave it to the gods. We sink these words into the fragile earth to accompany lost souls. Listen to the record of our lives spinning and the old woman tapping her foot to the music. Taste the fruit we stole from the orchard and pretend to love the taste until you truly do. Feel the fabric of a lost doll. Smell the incense of an old evening sun, the caretaker prayer, the scent of the woods and the wedding tree. Turn your eyes to the colored lights. The faces in the crowd are the faces of your children. We offer this prayer on behalf of our companions. Let them find themselves with senses warm and ready for the life of the season to come. You have the sounds of the moment. The moment is already past. We've done all we can. I need to take you out of this place. It can't end here. Let's go.
I never saw him that way. I was there. I saw it. Firsthand.
The true end of the Tiang Valley was not the flood coming. It was when these people would go their separate ways. At the last possible moment, I saw them as a community. No matter what happens, I will carry the memory of these people into the next season. The Grey Hand arrived. He had what he called passports for everyone. He said they were supposed to have a photo, but that his camera was broken and he wanted to use mine. I saw in these little papers the beginning of a new world. He asked me if I could help him. I had only one moment to decide. I said, yes. The Grey Hand thanked me. He gave me a pin and told me their new name would be Floral Path.